Ah, yay, Rugby! 2 rounds of Rugby Championship to go, 2 wins and 2 losses for every team, and 2 opportunities for me to get the predictions catastrophically wrong. Okay, so Australia is hosting New Zealand in the all-important first Bledisloe Cup match in Melbourne this week, in Marvel Stadium on Thursday.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
First of all, the fuck? Marvel Stadium, Thursday? And second of all, guess I'll be in a meeting from 11:45 on Thursday. If the previous games are anything to go by, the Wallabies are about to hand the All Blacks a spanking. Only Argentina have managed to win 2 games in a row this year. And after their second win, they got turned into mulch by the All Blacks. All the Southern Hemisphere teams are emotional wrecks, only able to perform with tears in their eyes and their bodies being battered from the loss the previous week. By that rule, the Wallabies will be putting in a proper physical performance. Reece Hodge will be kicking the ball miles to keep the ABs pinned in their half. Darcy Swain will be walking through mauls like he's walking through tall grass. And McWright will be getting all the turnovers. They're all on the bench?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Will the All Blacks be able to cope without the services of Ardie Savea and Shannon Frizzell, their 2 most physical players this year? Who knows? It's been impossible to talk any tactics or plans. All the teams have been using emotion to win, which is not a good way to win consistently. Maybe the All Blacks have turned a corner after Hamilton, but I'm still going to go with the Wallabies. My Super Brew is all the evidence that you need to show that picking the favourites does not work. The Boks are in Argentina. Well, most of them. Old Alton's bad year has gotten a lot worse. He's been sent home with a team's dietitian. Apparently, he's been sampling more than her meals. Enough with the Heat magazine stuff though. Will the Boks be able to beat Los Pumas in Buenos Aires on Saturday? My gut says no. The Springboks have shown that the favourites tag suits them about as well as Bergamasco's game suited 9. It's better if no one talks about it. I think they'll go in with hope. They'll probably go in with a team that looks like it could crush the Los Pumas into neat little meat cylinders. And I think they'll go behind early on, leading to a kind of expected Pumas victory. The Boks just don't start well when travelling. And it's also kind of amazing that losing to Argentina in Argentina is no longer such a shock. Argentina do have the back row and the locks to compete with the Boks when not collecting cards like this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Their props might struggle a bit, but their hookers definitely won't. But again, talking tactics is basically useless. One week, the Pumas will kick only 15 times, and the next week, they'll double that number. The Boks will be a defensive juggernaut one week, making the field feel like Millens Park. And the next week, there will be wide open spaces to run and sing in. We'll just have to wait and see. But being at home and with the crowd behind them, I'm calling a Pumas win.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
What news from yonder laptop? Not to be outdone by the Boks, we've got a whole buffet of team announcements. The All Blacks have kept it fairly consistent with Hoskins Sotutu in for Ardie Savea and the Ugly Barrett at 6 for Shannon Frizzell. And we live in a world now where the Havili Ioane centre pairing is solidifying like bird shit on garden furniture. The Wallabies have decided that wholesale changes are needed. Swain, McWright, Hodge and White are all on the bench now for some reason. I guess they're trying to win it in the second half. No, we do not speak of tactics here. The Irk is starting this weekend. Things have gotten so busy so fast. I haven't been able to do a preview or go through the teams or nothing. Off the top of my head, I could guess the top 8 power rankings. Stormers, Leinster, Ulster, Sharks, Bulls, Munster, Edinburgh, and then between the Ospreys, Benetton and Warriors? Really, I have no clue because I am hyperfixated on the Springboks. And finally, the Sevens World Cup concluded on Sunday with the Fiji men and the Aussie women taking the top 2 spots. The Aussie women in particular are World Sevens leaders now. They hold the Commonwealth, World Series and World Cup crowns. They should have a camp with Aussie men. Teach them some things. And that was the rugby update for this week. I will see you all next week when there will be time to talk about the URC, the Top 14, the Pro D2, the NPC, the TRC and the Premiership. Ha ha! No! I will see you all next week. Bye.